It's the form you fill out at the post office when you're on the move. But in the wrong hands, you can actually turn your life upside down.
We're taking action for you tonight with a consumer alert on post office privacy.
It involves a loophole that leaves your mail and your personal information at risk to criminals.
7 Action News reporter Jennifer Bisram with the information you need to protect yourself.
The feds say there have been victims here in Metro Detroit, including an elderly woman who it happened to twice. None of them wanted to talk with us on camera because they were understandably embarrassed, some even afraid. But what we can tell you about them, their identities were taken by scammers who changed their addresses using this form from the post office.
It's a change of address game changer.
Most people get mail every day. So if you see a disruption in your mail delivery, you need to contact your local post office immediately.
That's a red flag that you could be part of a post office scam.
What we have seen occur is that some scam artists, they will commit other types of crimes, and in an effort to try to keep the victim from knowing that these crimes have occurred, they will put in a fraudulent change of address.
Wiley Christopher is an inspector for the U.S. Postal Inspection Service, the federal law enforcement agency responsible for protecting the post office and its customers. He says 37 million people across the country change their address every year, and from that they get about 750 reports of change of address fraud.
Of those complaints, most of them were domestic in nature.
So here's how the mail muggers steal your identity. They go to the post office and fill out this official mail forwarding change of address order form, then hand it over to a worker. And get this, we've learned they don't need to show any ID, the U.S. Postal Service even confirming it. That means your mail, including bills and all personal information, can easily be forwarded to someone ready to take your identity.
If a change of address takes place, address verification is sent to the original address through the U.S. mail, and that letter is also sent to the new address.
That should happen, but in some cases the scammers are so sophisticated they'll go as far as placing your mail on hold, which prevents you from seeing the change of address alert letter.
If you receive any bills for accounts that you have no knowledge of, you need to reach out to that financial institution immediately.
And inspectors say there are serious consequences for anyone who takes any piece of mail that's not theirs.
If you steal mail, if you commit a false change of address, you violate a federal statute. It's punishable by up to 5 years in prison, and you can be fined. If you commit a crime that involves the use of the United States mail, you will be found out. You will be prosecuted.
And the U.S. Postal Service says they don't have any plans in place just yet where folks have to show identification when they're changing their addresses in person. However, they're encouraging people to do it online where identity verifications are always required. In the meantime, inspectors say if you feel like you're a victim of any type of postal-related crime, call them right away. We have their information for you on our website, WXYZ.com. Jennifer Bisram, 7 Action News.
Thank you, Jennifer. 7